I'm Anthony Bourdain, and I'm drunk, and this is Pieces Unfound.
I'm Master Chef.
I'm Master Chef Anthony
Halo
Ramsey Gordon.
Halo is named after my chef's hat.
This is cool. I wear a helmet in the
Halo
kitchen.
2, cooking with Master
I
Chef.
wear a helmet in the kitchen because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I might fall over.
You might fall
A
over.
lot of corners in the kitchen. Corner. See? And we've cornered the market.
You think this ever happens in the kitchen? They're like, hot food coming around, corner.
Yeah.
And then the person's waiting. It's like, oh, someone's going to bring hot food around. And then they're like, what the fuck is happening? And then they just go, coroner. And then you go and there's a dead body. And one of the servers has hot food. And they're like, I need a coroner. I need to run this food. And also there's a dead body here someone needs to look at. Also, when you come around that, you should say coroner.
Also, when you were coming around to check out this dead body,
When you were going around to figure out what I was saying, you should have said
you should have said corner.
Was that, a knife?
Sharp.
Sharp. That's confusing in a restaurant because I'm always quick.
That must be confusing in a restaurant
People
where
are
they
like,
also
sharp, and I'm like, thanks, and then I
like
get
in
stabbed.
a dinner theater, and
Ooh.
someone is like sharp, and then someone on stage hears it, and they're just like, "What the fuck? I wasn't sharp."
Yeah, what the hell? What the fuck? If anything, I was flat.
Flat.
Flat. That's if you're wearing the wrong shoes in the kitchen. You're supposed to be wearing non-sticks.
Non-sticks.
Non-slip. Well, you know how most shoes stick.
You've been out of the game too long.
I never got those shoes. I always wanted.
What do you mean?
'Cause
Well,
they-
they don't work really.
Yeah, they don't do shit. I'm not buying shoes for a job. What are you, crazy?
I mean, Skechers are like
I'm
$45.
gonna tell you the same thing I told the fucking clown who tried to hire me.
This fucking clown
not-
who was offering me a job.
I'm not buying shoes for. No, it's a literal clown. He just wanted me to hire me as a clown, and I'm like, I'm not buying special shoes for the job.
Yeah, no way.
I'd be wearing I'd be full clown outfit,
But
flip-flops,
flippies.
regular size flippies,
Regular flippies.
which kind of look funny because his pants are artificially big.
Yeah.
So if anything, it looks like I have smaller feet.
Yeah, and that's funny. Tiny
Yeah,
feet.
tiny feet. But they fired
How much
me.
comedy is there about that? Everyone, all the kids can tell me I got a small dick.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Little
great.
baby dick clown.
Yeah. You see a little bit pair of baby shoes.
Never worn.
Also, I probably never fucked. Imagine how small that dick was. These baby shoes are tiny.
I got a new saddest short story.
Whoa.
Flip flops. Never seen sand.
Flip flops, unsanded. Yeah, that's a great one. These babies have seen a few oceans.
Boat shoes. Landlocked.
Landlocked. Yeah. Sperry's dry.
Slippers. Never relax.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I got some slippers.
Bathrobe unworn is pretty depressing.
On. Bathrobe. Regifted.
Used bathrobe unworn.
Stolen hotel bathrobe. Never worn. Arrested.
Nearly new bathrobe. Never worn. Condoms never used.
Condoms. Dried and brittle.
No, that's you do two words. Condoms expired.
Yeah, there you go. You broke it down even.
Yeah.
You got it even more
You can make
fucking
it more
short
depressing.
than Hemingway himself.
Yeah, I know. Hemingway sucks.
Hemingway's a fucking dweeb.
He lived in Key West.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole.
He's down there breeding cats.
Fucking
Yeah.
asshole.
My friend was like, until the 80s, man, Florida was just like bootleggers and pirates, basically.
Like, that's not true.
No, I think it is kind of true, but then it's like, well, what the fuck was Hemingway doing?
Well,
Breeding cats.
you're breeding cats.
In
Mostly.
people's minds, they're like, oh, Hemingway moved to Key West. What was he, a gay art dealer? On vacation, gay retired art dealer?
Hemingway had
But
art.
then it's like, no, he was a pirate trying to breed cats. And lives in the
He's a cat breeder.
He's like, what I'm doing can't be done on land.
I want seafaring cats.
He got too fat for America. Pushed him out to sea. He said, you need to be on an island, bro.
I want to watch that Ken Burns thing on Hemingway, but it seems
never
like
seen
Ken
it.
Burns likes Hemingway, which is not a good position to have if you're going to make a documentary about someone.
The only Hemingway thing I know
It'd be like if I tried to make a documentary about Randy Newman. I'd fumble the bag as hard as fucking Mark Ronson or whatever his name was.
What? John Ronson?
Hey, it's close enough.
I thought you were trying to make a modern reference with your use of fumbled the bag. I thought you were like, I would fumble the bag harder than rice
man, that's
gum
just how I talk.
on a Keemstar live stream.
That's just how I talk, baby.
Twitch.
That's how I talk,
He
baby.
fumbled the bag. What are you, Jake Paul?
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
Let's fight.
Well, I don't know. Which of the
No,
Paul
man,
brothers
Hemingway.
do you like?
I like Logan Paul. He's a great professional wrestler. Do you know he transitioned into professional wrestling from being a man?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
Transitioning.
really good at it. It's weird.
Well,
Like,
he's a
if you have
fighter.
Yeah, if you have $1 bajillion, you can just train people around the clock to like do whatever.
Yeah.
You train them to train you. You pay
Yeah,
them to
you
train
pay them,
you.
yeah.
You pay someone to train them to
It's
train you.
Pavlovian. It turns out when you give someone money, they'll do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
exactly,
It's almost this
exactly.
weird Pavlovian response they
Yeah,
have.
it is weird. It's like Kumail Nanjiani, now that he's rich, has gotten in great shape for a movie where they're paying him a bunch of money. It's like, how do you do that?
And he gets to be in the most successful franchise.
It's weird that he didn't do that for a bit ever. You know, when he was just like an unknown stand-up
Yeah,
comedian.
just some dude in Chicago,
Yeah,
and he
it's
just
like,
decided to get ripped.
I'm gonna
for
get
fun.
ripped for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be hilarious.
It'll be good goof. Even It's Always Sunny, they had to wait till like the 5th season when they had enough money for that guy to get fat. It's like, I can't afford to eat all this food.
I don't have enough money for all this
They
food.
tried it in the 3rd season. They're like, we need to cut budget for the Sinbad
Back-
cameo.
It's like, wait, I heard he gained 40 pounds. I only needed 40 more. I'm halfway there. Now I just look weird.
You're weird.
It all went to my hips.
Yeah. Sinbad.
Sinbad.
No, here's what I wrote 3 things out of my hand since I've been here.
I thought that was a to-do list.
No. Well, if it is a to-do list, that's funny. 'Cause
And
one,
you,
of the,
since you've been here, that was on your hand when you
one of
arrived.
the things just says bus lady.
Well, that's not a
That-
story
that
worth
lady
repeating.
out there waiting on for the buses on my to-do list.
Oh my god.
No, I don't really even know what that one meant. That's what I was gonna say. No, it's impossible these would have been written before I got here because they all relate to things from here.
Oh, okay.
One says Louisville because I was laughing at you know that those shirts where it's like Louisville,
Yeah, yeah,
Louisville,
yeah, yeah. How to pronounce- yeah.
Louisville,
Different ways to pronounce
Louisville.
it. Louisville is what my mother calls it because she hates it here and
You
it
should put-
angers people.
You should put one that's Louisville, and then underneath it says British pee-pee town. British English toilet bowl city.
Louisville, Boston Pea Party.
Boston Pea Party. Yeah, we should compete with them. If only we had some sort of sports team that would ever play, like, you know what I mean? Because Boston has like professional teams,
Yeah.
and then we have minor league teams.
Well, we have the Louisville FC.
We've got does Boston have?
Although I believe only the women's league is professional. I think
Okay.
the men's league is minor league.
But do either of them ever play people from
Which is
Boston?
kind of the opposite of Major League, the
Minor
movie.
league. You're right. You're right. That's probably why they named it that. Someone went to a minor league baseball game and they were like, "This is great. We should like make a movie about this, but on like the next level. Like this shit's minor league.
Yeah, shit's minor league.
We're gonna make like a major league movie." And then someone told they were like, it was at the point where they're getting licensing rights.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, "Wait, that was like a thing?
That was the whole thing.
I was just doing a pun."
I was doing a bit.
Damn.
Gosh darn
People
it.
are gonna think we're really clever. Wild thing.
Do you think, like, because minor league players get paid so little?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they're minor.
Yeah, that's all. It's 15,
They're all
16-year-olds.
kids, aren't they? Yeah, I was gonna say it's all underage people. They
But,
should have that. Shouldn't that be Little League?
That should be
And
little.
then shouldn't Little League be adults who just aren't as successful?
They're little.
Some guy living in a trailer who's like, "I was a star in college and then I got an injury and now I play Little League." to
I think
support my
we both
family."
know what the most successful little league would be, but let's not say it.
I don't know what you mean. Little League. Well, yeah. No. Well,
I just did the very strange.
Eric just moved his hand.
It's like a Navy SEAL of bigotry where I'm like, you know what I mean, you know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Eric did a little hand sign. Little League. Do you think they're ever? Never mind.
No, I think like, do you ever think that like at like a minor league baseball game, like at the end of the like game, a lot of times they're like doing fireworks?
How about minor Little League? How small is that strike zone?
Jesus. Yeah, that's just T-ball.
Yeah.
But do you think when they see the fireworks, they're ever like, man, why do I got to keep paying for my Cokes? Can't you quit doing fireworks? Everybody's leaving.
How do we have all these local bank sponsorships and you guys can't give me fucking dental?
My kid needs braces, man.
Yeah.
Can you just throw me a couple grand or something?
Man, I would love to do that. One of my
Get
buddies.
braces?
Oh yeah. Sometimes I think about that.
You got pretty good teeth. Did you have braces?
I think I need gum surgery.
You do. You got some teeth problems for sure.
Oh, I got some teeth. I had braces as a child.
Well, yeah.
I had adult braces as a child.
I was mature. They gave me adult braces when I was
braces. It's where someone has
12.
sex with you while you're getting fitted.
You get it done on a Sibian.
They blow you while they tighten the wires.
How hard is it to put braces on anyways? I feel like I could do it on my own.
I've always been shocked. I'm like, you glue these things to the teeth and somehow you unglue them from my teeth?
I know.
What the fuck?
Well, they use that weird gun thing that looks like some Star Wars shit.
You know what? You know how people say, like, my
We're getting too
ride's
close
here.
to the truth.
My ride, it's a fire truck, everybody. My ride's here.
My ride's here.
No, it's, you know how people are like, oh, well, some technology is probably from, like, aliens and advanced civilizations.
Yeah, and
giving
that's what
us.
braces are.
I bet that's what that gun is for braces.
Yeah.
They're like, it's Wi-Fi, it's cell phones, and it's the gun for braces.
Yeah. Like that fucking Tom Lazar guy. Like he
Bob
goes on
Lazar.
Bob Lazar. He goes
And Tom
on Rogan.
DeLonge.
He goes on. Yeah, you're right. I mixed them together. He goes on Rogan and he's like, "Listen, I don't want to talk about aliens again this time. Braces were invented by aliens."
Braces were invented by aliens. No, not braces.
That's
just
what
the
else I
gun.
saw
Just
at
the-
Area 51.
Just the laser gun. No, I Googled the other day a dentist in Louisville.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in with a bunch of cash and go fix this.
What are your concerns?
Well, I have a dead tooth.
You got a dead tooth. Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because I've smelled your breath.
You can tell. It smells like a dead tooth.
No, you've mentioned it to me
Your
many
mouth
times
smells like
before.
a thing climbed in and is dying.
Which is what happened.
It's my own body.
Your body climbed
back
in.
in and
Your
died.
body climbed in and died.
They took my tooth out and then they went, you know, to make a good implant, this dead tooth.
This fucking turd.
This thing that's dead. I remember at the time they were like, no, that's better because like you don't want a fake tooth. Your actual bone's better than a fake tooth. And then I remember the time being like, okay, and that was like 2015. And I wonder now if I said that to an orthodontist, would they laugh?
I think they would.
But would it be because medical technology has caught up, or because my old dentist was lazy?
It's not even lazy because he should want you to spend money.
Well, he was a family friend.
We
We knew him from church. And I remember one time referring to him as my Jewish dentist. And my mom went, he's not Jewish. And he has like a vaguely Jewish last name. And I remember going, really? And my mom went, we know him from church.
He could have quit Judaism.
I was like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what are you supposed to change your name just because
Yeah,
you're not a
what
Jew
the fuck?
anymore?
Jewish, his last name's Berg. He's a dentist.
He's a Jew for Jesus.
Jew for Jesus. Jew for Jesus. That's on some sort of hotline. Jew for Jesus, go.
Oh man.
No, I want to get that. I want to get more gums. I want to have that look where your teeth are just like are sticking out of a gum.
Listen, man. You know you're climbing the ladders, and
I'm a star.
I don't know what ladder. I don't know
Buck's Wi-Fi user.
I don't know what ladder you're on, but you're climbing it.
I get yelled at sometimes. And I was like, oh, what's up here? And the venue will go, that's where we store the electronics. Get down from there.
You know what? You're building your own ladder. Let me say that. We'll say that. That's
one
flattering
ring at a
enough.
time.
You're building your
And
own
the ring
ladder.
is the phone hanging up on me.
And you're at the point where you can end other comedians' careers and opportunities.
I'm at the point where people think that I can send emails and derail a comedian's career. I've really made it.
You've made it. I'm thinking you go straight veneers.
Yeah. Well, I was.
Or dentures, because dentures always seemed awesome to me.
Now, I don't want you to predict where I'm going with this, but I was watching a hip-hop video last night.
Okay.
What if it was gold?
Gold veneers?
Actually, you want to hear a wild story? I didn't do this on purpose. This is true. So when I was a kid, I was like a dumbass, as we all know. Now I'm a dumbass, but there's a vibe of a surfboard.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
You know, like, hey,
whatever that means. I'll roll with it.
Look how laid back I'm sitting.
Yeah, it's like I'm dumb, but hey,
I'm hanging.
I'm still chill, bro.
I'm dumb, but it's because I'm hanging.
I've been too busy chilling, bro.
Yeah. If you asked me a real question like about skateboarding, I'd know. I mean, I wouldn't, but
I could fake it. I could fakey it.
I probably could.
If you ask me about my knowledge,
I mean, Nolly, what I mean.
If you ask me how much I know about skateboarding, I'd say I don't know, about 50-50.
Ooh, I could talk to all day. You'd be bored. Slide on. Wait.
Let's give this conversation a 180.
Yeah.
Or a 360. I don't know.
That all works.
I want a 360 deal.
I was always confused because it'd be like 180 or 360, and I'd be like, well, like 270 seems cool too, because then you're landing
sideways.
That seems harder. It seems like it'd be harder to do an uneven, like weird interval.
Yeah.
He did a 1080. Like 1080 is crazy.
That's a lot of spins.
But imagine like if you had the control to
Has
do
anyone
like
done that yet?
A 1085.
Except for me when I turned gravity off in Tony Hawk.
Imagine if you did a 1085.
That would be crazy.
And you got them to like do the math.
Ooh.
They put like a pro. They're doing like a John Madden puts a protractor over the screen of the X Games.
Yeah. Did Tony Hawk really do a 900 or was it like a 902?
That's what I'm saying. Well, Tony Hawk I think did a 1080. Or no, that was a snowboarding thing. You're right.
I don't know.
You know you're right.
Shaun White did it.
I thought 1080 was a thing. 1080 was the name of the snowboarding video game.
It was the name of the snowboarding
And it's snow. It's
game.
like it doesn't even count because when have you landed? Have you landed when you touch the snow
or when
the
you
snow
hit the
compacts?
when the snow compacts.
Because you can spin as you land.
Yeah.
Still.
Do you have to hit the ground, like the ground, not the snow?
Yeah.
I want to be touching soil, not snow.
Is a guy
That's when
on
I've landed
ice
it.
spinning in just a circle? Is that
Shaun White is just shoving his
He's
body
like,
around.
I'm not on the ground. I'm not on the ground.
Shaun White is just screwdrivering his body into the ground. Like, I made it, 1080.
I did it. No, 1080 snowboarding. That was cool because it would be like Tony Hawk, and we got all these people. And it's the real skateboarders. And 1080 snowboarding. You can be a black guy, a white guy, a lady.
That's it.
One of them looks French.
You can play as Rene Descartes.
Yeah. No, none of them even like had names. I go back and look at it. They all had names, and they all got $2 million each for their likeness.
Oh yeah,
rights.
of course.
I couldn't be more wrong.
I like the Kelly Slater surfing game because they were like, all right, we got Kelly Slater.
Yeah, how do you make a surfing video game? I was always confused by the wakeboard. I never played it, but I knew there was
That
a
wakeboarding game was fun.
But I was like, how did you control the boat? Like, what?
Actually, I never played it. It was a demo that was included on think Tony Hawk 4?
I had Shaun White's snowboarding for
Yeah, I had
for
that
Game
too. That
Boy
game was
Advance.
fun. Oh, the Game Boy Advance.
And that was pretty fun.
I had a Razor scooter game for the Game Boy Advance.
Dude, I had the Razor scooter game for N64. That game was cool. All of those characters were definitely racist stereotypes. One was like a Hawaiian guy with a puka shell necklace. Man, N64. Well, let's be the first podcast to say it. Some of those games
were fun.
They're fun to remember.
It's fun to think about. The Nintendo 64.
That should be the sequel to A Walk to Remember. It's fun to remember.
It's fun to remember.
And it's older Shaun White just being, or not Shaun White, Shaun West. I got fucking Extreme Sports in the brain. They recast it as Shaun White.
Yeah.
And it's him talking to a ghost of Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
Going, it's fun to remember.
It's fun to remember,
Our
isn't
high
it?
school room when you died of cancer, I think.
It disappears into the...
And then he goes, well, anyways. Then he puts on a snowboarding helmet.
I'm hitting the slopes.
I'm hitting it. And his living room has a little snow. You can go right out to the hill.
You can just... That's how he wakes up in the morning.
Go right onto the hill.
Right onto the hill. You ever snowboarded?
Yeah, I'm bad at it. I'm good at skiing.
Really?
It's one of those things where I was too weak in the legs to snowboard.
Yeah.
Because I'm too gangly.
Yeah, that's true. You got a weird... I feel like you have a very odd center of gravity.
Oh, yeah. I'm really bad at skateboarding, too. But I would try to snowboard. I was like, this doesn't work. And my brother and dad are like, well, we're still, like, here. My brother's like, I'm going to snowboard. I was like, I'm going to ski. So you can either hang out in the lobby of a cold place where everything's wet and you don't have any money as a teenager. Or put on skis, you fucking nerd. And then I begrudgingly put on skis and I was like, oh, I'm good at this.
There you go.
I was also apparently good at tennis. I played it once in gym.
Yeah.
And my gym teacher, who's also the cross country coach, was like, it's wild to see you actually good at a sport. But we only played it like 2 days in gym class. But he claimed I was good.
Well, you want to start playing pickleball together?
Is that like tennis?
Yeah, kind of. It's basically...
I do love pickle.
It's basically grown-up ping pong. You don't really move.
I want to go to pickleball just to fucking... I'll bring the barrel. I just got a fucking barrel.
You're just spilling brine all over the court.
I got a big barrel. Pickleball. It's like bobbing for apples. Get in there.
Get in there. There's something good at the bottom. It's Seth Rogen's head.
There's heavy garlic at the bottom. Is that what that movie is? He's pickled?
Yeah.
I never saw that movie.
Your best friend was
I was
in
about to say, our friends in that movie. My best friend, your friend. That's a great 30 Rock line, is when Kenneth says something about Tracy being his best friend, and then Tracy goes, we're not best friends, we're just good friends.
We're just really good friends.
What a line.
What a show.
No, the other thing on my handwritten is bus lady.
Okay. Already said that.
But I remember as I wrote it, I was like, I don't really know where to go from
Dan
this.
parked in front of a bus stop and was like, I think this lady's watching me.
No, I told you that I didn't say that. I said that I had thought the lady was watching me. I didn't walk up going, we gotta go inside. This woman holding a book bag.
I didn't paint a very good picture of the neighborhood on the last episode.
Yeah. No, I pulled up in front of the bus stop.
Whatever.
Which sounds like, it's hard to describe that. Because like if you were in court and they were like, or you parked in front of the bus stop, you're like, no, I was in front of the bus.
In front, like the bus stop was in front.
I wasn't in front of the bus stop. I wouldn't park in front of the
I
bus
wasn't
stop.
blocking the bus stop. I was just in front
I
of
was in front of the bus stop. You know, so that everyone who wants to see if the bus is coming has to stare at my hood of
stare at my car.
Everyone who walks in the street goes, oh, it's late today.
Well, if you
They also get to go, that guy eats a lot of Subway.
And also, you guys slanted the seats, or there's no seats at all. I'm giving them a nice place to sit.
That's true.
They did that bullshit anti-homeless thing where they had the
really?
seats like this on all the Tark seats that have actual seats.
Oh, that sucks. That's bullshit.
It's like, imagine the amount of money they spent doing that. It's like, can you do anything about the buses?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't think anyone's worried about the sitting area for
It's
the
so
Tark.
funny, man, because the Tark for years, it's like, oh, our buses suck and we have all these problems. And then the school just started up and they're like, we've been killing kids to make the drop-offs quicker. And then the Tark must just be like, hell yeah.
Well, there was that one day, like the first...
Finally, when people go, these buses are out of control.
Now we got somewhere else to point our fingers.
We can assume that it's not us.
Yeah.
It still will be a lot.
If we read bus and something negative, it might not be us. No, it's crazy that there was that first day that they were like, yeah, kids didn't go until like 10
Yeah,
p.m.
they're like, kids got dropped at 10 p.m. We had high school kids with preschool kids on their shoulders. There weren't enough seats.
There's a whole Lord of the Flies thing going on.
There was this photo. It was so mean. There's a bunch of like young kids standing in the aisles and then a bunch of older kids sitting in the seats.
Yeah.
And it's like, imagine you're like an 8-year-old kid and a high school kid's like, give me the seat.
What if it's like...
You're just crying standing in a bus.
Well, what if, like, you know...
That's fucking horrible.
In there, in the...
Vice could take a video of that and be like, this is Krasnavia. Their system is corrupt.
This is Cracovia.
Yeah, they're out of control.
No, like maybe just in their bubble, in terms of the age range there, maybe the 8th grade...
Just let some pedophiles drive them home at this point.
Yeah, just dump them dump them off at a Toys R Us parking lot and see who stops.
At this point, just put out a memo for guys with vans.
You know what? Just stop at the mall and drop them all off. Let them wander.
They should do that. That is proof that it's like the whole days are done.
Lip gloss on.
Put some lip gloss on them, send them out to the street. No, it is funny because it's like it's like kids are stuck on buses for hours.
Yeah.
Well, at least that took away from the news that we're in a record heat wave.
Yeah, at least the bus has AC.
Notoriously cool, temperature controlled place.
Yeah.
School buses. Notoriously comfy environment.
Yeah, really, really chill, fun place to spend 5.5 hours without being able to get off at all.
Dude,
like, yeah, was he like, all right, well, listen, it's been 3 hours. Someone's got to pee, right? It seems like more of a secluded area.
That's what I was just thinking, is that somebody, because a kid threw up on the bus once when I drove a short bus.
Yeah.
A kid threw up on it. And then
You could say rid. It's fine.
No, I drove it. And then it's a flashback where it's me as like an adult at the wheel, but then it zooms out and I've got a child's wheel just in a seat. Like Maggie from the opening of The Simpsons. Boom, boom. And then Bart's on the skateboard. Remember they scan her?
What?
They scan Maggie at the
Oh, yeah,
supermarket.
yeah. And she's useless.
And then years later, we find out Matt Groening was on Epstein's plane.
Was he really?
Yeah.
How many times?
Fucking connection there, pal. I don't know.
Just once?
I have no idea.
It's more than once.
But that reminds me of this Family Guy moment. Imagine if we paid a Family Guy we paid a Family Guy.
Paid a Family Guy.
Somehow got Seth MacFarlane to write a cutaway guy.
Just for us.
And then in the podcast, there's an original Family Guy cutaway guy.
Yeah, an audio one.
Yeah.
And he likes old-timey shit like musicals.
Yeah.
He might enjoy doing a radio play.
Peter Griffin here to do a joke.
Peter Griffin here from Lucky Strike
Peter
Cigarettes.
Griffin here from Reference.
I'm here from Reference, and that reference relates to this reference, and now I say something homophobic.
Chris Kattan must love Seth MacFarlane.
I bet he loves Family Guy.
Because he was like, hey, Seth MacFarlane's finally in this closet too.
Finally, someone else.
Someone to hang out with.
It's me, Seth MacFarlane, and Tony Hinchcliffe all hanging out.
We're all hanging out.
Thank God I finally have some friends. I've been chilling in here. Chilling in here since
There's
the
nothing wrong
90s,
with
and it's just me and fucking Who's the guy who found Little? It's just me and Birdman.
Oh, Birdman, yeah.
It's been me and Birdman since the 90s.
I fucked Lil Wayne in his ass when he was a baby.
Well, listen, we don't know what that means. We don't know what Birdman truly means by that.
In hip-hop culture.
Listen, you don't understand. In the black community...
Black community, a grown man kissing
it's racist.
A teenage boy on the lips.
It's racist for you to assume that you understand the black community.
Yeah, for those who don't
I'm
know,
black.
Lil Wayne
that's even more racist. You've turned your back on the community.
Lil Wayne got sexed into hip-hop.
Yeah.
He was sexed in by an adult man.
Yeah. And he got suck Lil Wayne's little dick.
Oh, yeah, and then he was sexually assaulted by a woman. Birdman went, oh no, I shouldn't have kissed that teenage boy. I know how to fix this. I'll pay an adult woman to suck his dick
in front of a room full of adult men.
And they'll be cheering.
Just, it's like it's Yankee Stadium.
Imagine if Lil Wayne would have died at the age of 27, fresh off the Carter 3, in jail. He would have been you know what I mean?
He's the next Jimi Hendrix.
They would have put his face on a teenage boy's walls.
Oh yeah,
right above. Who are guys into now? That
Andrew Tate,
Farrah Fawcett,
Andrew Tate. Everybody just wants to fuck Andrew Tate
it's
now.
Andrew Tate in a red bikini with his nipples poking out.
I want to see like that.
That poster's behind your door. So it's like that was just for me.
That was just...
Mom and Dad don't know about that one.
They don't know about that one.
They yell at me. They slam the door. I see good.
I sleep fine.
Yeah.
No, I want like that version of like Bill Clinton wearing like the Monica Lewinsky vest or whatever. Vest.
Oh yeah.
Dress or whatever. Yeah, I want Andrew Tate on a beach on his knees with his hands like cupping his big
sexy.
breasts. Still his head though.
How's this for an idea? This will be my second idea I've had that involves glow-in-the-dark technology.
Okay.
It's posters for teenagers that they look like they're normal. It just like says like studying is cool.
Yeah.
It's a photo.
I love homework.
Yeah, I love homework. Sex is bad. But then
the new single from Asher Roth.
Yeah, Sex is Bad by Asher Roth.
No, I love homework.
I love homework. And I love homework. Boom. Love studying.
Boom.
I love assignments.
Boom.
And I love homework.
Boom.
I'm pretty sure that was the layout of that chorus. I think it started and ended with I love college. No, but then you flip on, the parents close the door. You know what I mean? Party time. Excellent. You turn off all the lights, close the blinds. Your posters suddenly become glow-in-the-dark posters.
Ooh.
Of cool stuff.
Like weed.
Yeah, like weed.
Bob Marley.
And beer. The 3 B's.
The 3 B's.
The 3. Weed, Bob Marley, and Boogs.
Beers, boats, buds.
Beers, boats, buds.
That's 3 B's.
Yeah, beers, boats, and buds. Dude, I gotta get a boat.
You should get a boat. You should get like a fontanelle. What's it called?
I think it's a brain. That's like a brain.
Pontoon boat.
I knew that's what you meant. No, I have a pontoon boat that I could get to. But give me 6 hours and a text to my uncle.
I'll have a
and
pontoon
a polite
boat.
text to my uncle.
And a very polite text.
And probably a stop for gas.
I could get one.
I could get a pontoon boat.
Oh,
what
man.
are you looking up? Boats? You ever driven a boat? It's not easy.
No, I have not.
I'm real good in a
Someone I
kayak
know who is
and a
really
canoe.
someone I know who was really dumb drove a boat one time and parked it. So I think I could do it.
Well, a lot of it's confidence. There's a big difference between driving a boat and driving a boat that you or someone you know owns over a long-term period.
Yeah, this was a rented boat.
I was about to say, because it's a rented boat, you just go, we're docking, full speed ahead to the dock. And you slam it in. You tie it off. And then you nod out, and then you wake up, and then you tie the boat up, and then you get off the boat.
And then you get off the boat.
And you go, let's clean up the heroin we're doing on the boat. No, but what are you Googling?
I was trying to find one of those AI art things so I could make that Andrew Tate.
No, we got to do that after, man. You're on the air.
It was way more complicated than I thought.
We're trying to have boat talk. We're trying, ladder, pull up a ladder.
Get
the oar out of the side panel.
Throw the flotation device to my kid. I'm drunk.
Who flipped the switch for the live well? No wonder we're going slow.
Live well.
You don't know nothing about boats.
No, I don't.
No, a live well is the thing.
You know, the first thing I did when I got on a boat for the very first time?
Puked.
I had some Funyuns. For the first time.
So you do know something about boats.
I'd never
first
had a
boat,
Funyun
first
before.
Funyun?
First boat, first Funyun.
Wow, I wouldn't tie those things together.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, what'd you think of
I enjoyed them.
both?
The boat was fine, too.
You enjoyed that? Oh, the Funyuns is plural.
I didn't just have one, of course.
Well, I thought you said I enjoyed them as, hey, the bus is here. Enjoyed them as them being the Funyuns and the boat as two separate things.
Yeah, I enjoyed both of them quite a bit.
No, boats are nice. Who drunkenly parked a boat? That's dangerous.
I don't want to say it on air.
You can't be doing that. I'm going to call that person in. I'm calling him in.
A lot of these.
Tattoos, and then you did a white power, so you did this.
I did, and then I
Yeah,
said,
so you did a
well, I don't
Nazi
know.
salute?
It's actually not really that far off.
Oh, yikes. Oh, is the person smaller than both of us?
Yes.
But powerful.
You could call it that.
And yeah, I could see them plowing a fucking... I can see them parking a boat and forgetting that someone's skiing on the back.
Just walking away.
And then they slowly... It looks like they're going to hit the boat, but they don't have enough momentum.
Yeah. They're just,
Oh! And then they just sort of sink.
But
No,
the
our
tide-
favorite thing, because parking a boat sucks.
Yeah.
You got to grab the rope, your dad's yelling at you.
Yeah.
So we as kids, we'd be out tubing in the boat or skiing or whatever, and then you're pulling back up to the dock, which passes the swimming area. That'll come into play.
Isn't the whole thing a swimming area? It's a lake.
Yeah, but that's where the fish don't go.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just area boats aren't supposed to drive through so they don't hit children.
Oh, okay.
But then we'd be coming in and my dad would be like, all right, you all gonna help me dock? And then boom, jump off the boat into the swimming area.
Nice.
I bailed. And then me and my
Nice.
brother, it'd be a race of who could bail the fastest.
Your brother's a hardworking man, though. That disappoints me.
He ain't, he working hard, he working for himself.
Not your father? The
No.
man who gave him everything?
The man who, no, man, because if someone's like, you got to do all this shit, you're like, man, I don't want to do all this. Fuck that. And then 20 years later, you're like, I know how to do all this stuff.
Thank God I did all of it.
Yeah.
For dear old dad.
My damn dad teaching me how to do plumbing.
How's your brother doing?
I think he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's out there. He's bow hunting or whatever the fuck. Somehow that's proof that like the world's just one big pool that everything connects. My brother, I don't think he's ever listened to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yet somehow the past few years has gotten into like bow hunting.
Yeah.
And getting his own deer and elk meat.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, that's good.
I gotta
When
teach
shit
my
hits the
son.
fan, you better head up to Cleveland as fast as you can.
Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna.
I
come
bet
in
your
with a
dad's got some
katana.
survival skills, too.
Oh, he does. My dad would be a great like wife in the future.
What?
Well, like if we go back to hunting and gathering,
Yeah.
and you break those tools down, it will be like maintenance is a gathering tool.
I suppose, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all that shit's gathering. Like knowing how to build a car in the future, that's woman's work.
That's
Man's work is like taking a piece of that car, ripping it off into an axe,
Yeah.
and going downtown,
killing a fucking...
earning a can of beans the hard way.
Yeah. Just getting some beans and cat food.
Yeah. Slicing your enemy's head off.
Yeah.
My dad's not going to be doing that.
No, well, he'll be old.
He's going to be like, I know how to make fires. And they'll be like, okay, pussy.
But make one, please.
Please make one.
Sorry, that came out a little hard.
Why don't you make us a shelter from wood, you pussy?
Okay, I'll build us a whole cabin.
All right.
Oh, well, thanks.
Okay.
Never mind.
Why don't you fix this car, you dumb bitch?
Yeah.
That'll be the future.
I know how to change the oil.
Which, in a way, feminists will be down with. So like, this is cool. Because a lot of women, I think, will be doing the head slicing.
I think so, because they're angry.
They're angry.
The patriarchy.
And I think, like, people forget that hand-to-hand combat, you don't always know the rules.
No.
And in a not knowing the rules context, being like an MMA fighter isn't always going to help, because you'll be like, oh, look, a rabbit going to give me carrot. And then somebody just sneaks up and pokes you in the butt with a needle full of air. Gives you an aneurysm. You know what I mean? It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So I think that will help women, because they'll, you know what I mean?
And they're also conniving.
Even the strongest of ladies are still like, people are like, ooh, that's a lady. Hey, what's up, girl? And then, you know what I mean? Like, if like Xena the warrior princess had like was holding a head that she just chopped off and it's like dripping blood and she was like an axe,
someone would still come up and be like, baby girl, what you doing?
Someone would still be like, hey girl.
Hey,
what's up, girl?
How the hell you do that all on your own?
How the hell you do that?
Your man do that for you, or you do that all on your own, girl?
And I think that will make them win.
Just pure horniness.
Yeah, well, because it's guys being horny, but also women can fight.
Yeah.
Like, there's plenty of people out there in this post-apocalyptic battlefield who could beat you and I in the Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah. I think most people alive could beat me up. I think your dad could beat me up. I think your mom could probably... I think I could take your mom. I could take your mom. I'll give myself that one.
Mom's got nunchucks.
She's tying a bandana around. Tightening up her black belt. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, my brother and sister, my dad did karate for like a year as a kid. But then...
together? Family activity?
Family activity. But then I really liked using their kick pads.
Yeah. Those are fun.
On. Yeah.
The things that you put on? Or the things that you just kick out?
No, you put them on. They're like, it's like a pad over your foot. Yeah. And then you can kick anything.
You can kick whatever you fucking want.
Yeah, it's great. It's cool.
Yeah. Did you kick your sister?
Oh, I'd kick everything. I kicked her. I probably kicked like a hot water heater at some point. I remember at one point as a kid going, hey, Dad, check it out. There's these pipes in the basement, and you can hang on them and climb around. And then he's like, those are like hot water pipes. Those are like,
don't do that.
That's the plumbing. What the fuck is wrong?
Stop. You're going to break this house.
Stop.
I don't know how to say this other than that. You're going to break the house.
Take off those kick pads and help us park this boat. What kick pads? I'm in the ocean. Or the lake. My dad's never piloted an ocean vessel. One time my dad got too drunk on a boat in the ocean. That was fun.
Your dad did?
We all went snorkeling. It was a classic family vacation to Florida. You know, me, my brother, my sister, my dad, and then obviously my brother's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, this is where she got the UTI.
Oh yeah, because that's what you know.
Well, that's the only thing I know about that trip so far.
My like 19-year-old brother and his girlfriend having sex in the ocean. She got a UTI.
I mean, good on him for like having the ingenuity to be like, well, if we fuck in the ocean, no one's gonna see.
No one will see. No, my dad for some reason was like, you know what I'll do? I'll drive my kids on a spring break trip. Wait, my dad on that though. We all went snorkeling, and they take you on a boat into the ocean, and they got a bunch of tiny little beers and sodas.
Yeah. And
my dad kept drinking them, and then he's stumbling around the boat, and we're like, "Dude, you're drunk," and he's like, "No, it's because of the boat." And we're like, "No, I mean you're like drunk." You're like, "Nah, it's because of the boat." And then we like got back, and he's like,
Swim 5 paddles that way and back. Let's see if you can do it straight.
Yeah, do a backstroke, sir.
The boat police trying to give you a DUI.
Yeah.
Let's see you hop in without doing a cannonball.
Yeah. or saying jackknife and then just doing anything.
Just doing it literally.
No one
anything.
knows what a jackknife is.
It just means you moved your body
You just go,
around.
Jackknife, and then you jump into the pool. No, he wasn't piloting
He's
the
like,
vessel.
just arrest me now. I can't do it.
He's stumbling all over the boat. And then we get back and like he's like, oh man, I'm a little bit, I guess those little beers have like more alcohol in them. And we're all like, no they
Is that
don't.
what he was saying?
Yeah, and I remember I didn't know that my brother was like, that's not a thing.
It's not like
No.
concentrated.
Yeah,
It's
like-
not like they figured out a way to put a whole beer into a small can.
Yeah, oh boy howdy.
Although that would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Like just to have the one tiny can and be like, I'm fucking.
It's really thick
drunk.
somehow.
Yeah,
They,
it's
like,
just
dehydrate it.
It's like drinking a protein
Yeah.
shake.
This is a weird drink. No, but then
You
he was
gotta
like,
chew it sometimes.
he was like, Alex, you have to drive us all back to the hotel. Which Alex was driving. He and my sister were both at driving age.
Yeah.
But we're still like, you like have to have us drive. That means you are drunk.
You are
My dad's
drunk.
like, no, I'm just seasick from the boat. And then I remember he was like hung up, like or whatever, like probably just drunk, but like, oh, all right, I just need to chill on the hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just need to relax.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was probably 13. It was like, it would be funny if I'm loud.
Were you in the same room as him?
I think we had one big room.
Oh, okay.
I think we had one room, and it was my dad
Like
and
a
my
villa.
A villa. It's a loft. No, I think we had one room, and I think it was my two beds. I think it was my sister and my brother's girlfriend in a bed, and then my brother and my dad in a bed, and then me pull out little couch whatever situation.
Yeah.
That was often my move. Was my parents were just like, and Dan will sleep somewhere.
Wait, so the sister and your brother's
I think-
girlfriend were sleeping together?
I think the logic was, well, we can't have Alex and his girlfriend sleep together.
Yeah.
And then
Because they're gonna fuck in front of
because
us.
they'll fuck in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And
They're too horny. They're
we
children.
can't have my brother's girlfriend and my dad sleep together.
Because that's just the beginning of
'Cause
a
then they'll
porno.
fuck.
That's
That's the funniest combo. It's my dad and my brother's girlfriend, and then my brother and sister.
they're just listening, crying while your dad fucks her.
It's like, why is this happening? And I'm like, y'all are complaining. This trundle bed is just framed.
It's creaky as
No,
hell.
no mattress.
I can't roll over without waking myself up.
I think they gave one room the mattress and gave me the frame. Yeah, man, but that was.
Why not do sister on the?
Why not push
on the
it all
pullout?
together in one big
Why not
fun
push
time?
it all together?
Like how that
You
one
guys-
Kanye West music video.
You guys can sleep together like a family.
Yeah. It's Florida. That means the AC's turned up high. Everybody scooch together for warmth.
Everybody get together.
We aren't used to this high AC.
Boy, girl, okay? No, I would think that, I mean, I guess it was a different time, but I think in this day and age, most parents would probably just be like, yeah, sleep in the same bed, but can you just not fuck next to me and your sister?
No, I don't know, man. 'Cause my high school girlfriend, after we broke up, she dated a guy like after me, and then she lost.
She was able to move on.
I know. She's since married.
Oh my God.
Has two lovely twin boys.
Can't believe she was able to move on from that.
No, she lost her virginity. She was like, we went with my boyfriend's family to like his sister's like some contest. I don't know, like cheerleading or volleyball or some shit.
What?
Some shit girls do. They're like, oh, family trip. We have to go to Florida for your sister's volleyball finals or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So then she went with them, and then she said it was like her and his mom in a bed, and then I think like, I don't know, like him and his sister. I don't know what the lineup would have been, but they were in separate beds, and then everyone was gone, and then they had sex.
Yeah.
And I remember her telling me and being like, and we didn't know which bed would be less weird to do it on. Because we were like, neither bed was like just ours.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, well, either way, we're gonna I'm gonna lose.
Someone uninvolved is.
We're gonna lose our virginity on a bed that one of your family members will later be sleeping in. Also,
Bend her over in the shower, man. Come on.
Bender, show some respect to my lover from a decade and a half ago.
You ever get a handy from her?
Hey now, I didn't need to go on no trip for that.
That's an at-home treat.
Didn't need to.
You can get that without going all the way down to, without traveling literally the entire country.
We don't need the whole family to go to fucking Fort Myers for that. No, man, but I think that's probably normal.
I think in this day and age,
In this day and age, the kids they get in their own room and then roll a condom. No, that's a big annoying thing with my brother and sister with me is they're very annoyed that my parents are like, oh yeah, like Dan and whoever can just like sleep in the same room.
Well, you're fucking like 32.
No, I know. But apparently, according to them, they were like, when we were dating whoever and we'd bring them home, you'd make us sleep in like separate rooms. You'd say like, unless we were like married or whatever, we'd like sleep in separate rooms. And my mom is just like, yeah, I don't care anymore.
I stopped caring.
My brother and sister try to like argue. And I'm like, no, you don't realize. I don't care
I just
anymore.
don't give a shit. Like, I don't fucking care.
No, also at one point my brother got a house and then I was like, I'll just go stay at his house. And my parents were like, all right, then you can't give a shit.
Yeah, why would they care?
You can fist someone in your room.
I bet your brother's got a nice house.
I don't sleep in my childhood room.
No?
I got shafted in hindsight.
What do you mean?
A ghost coming in and shafted me.
I got
No, my childhood bedroom, it's next to my parents' room, and then next to the kitchen, and then next to the main part of the house where the computer is.
Yeah.
So it's just loud as shit all the time.
Because I bet they got like an old Hewlett-Packard that sounds like a fucking jet engine taking off when they turn it on.
It sounds like a cow's mooing when the fucking screen floats. No, but I'm just there. So now I go home. I'm like, how the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What, we live on a homestead? Is someone milking the cow? No, so now I sleep in my sister's room, which seems haunted.
Yeah. Maybe by memories of lovers past.
It sounds like her going, get the fuck off. I'm under the bed.
Quit jerking off in my
Just
bed.
put all your stuff on top of me.
I'm staying here this weekend too for the wedding.
Well.
Get off me.
You just somehow threw a whole another mattress with blankets and everything on top. No, my brother has this lovely home. No, but they're like, oh, what? Danny can just fuck his husband at Thanksgiving dinner. He can say he brought dessert, and then it's just him getting a hand job.
Come all over a piece of fucking apple pie and feed it to his boyfriend.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
But when my boyfriend and I in college wanted to stay in the same room and loudly played Sex is on Fire by Kings of Leon at 4 p.m., everyone in the house would go, all right, that's enough.
That's enough.
Or no. In no way. I'm going to start doing that, staying at people like next time I'm at like Whitney's, one of her parents' house, I'm going to be like, just take her into like a bedroom and then just loudly play that song.
Aren't her parents pretty cool though?
Yeah, her parents are. Her dad would probably go, oh, all right.
Yeah. No, when I was dating that rich girl, she was like, we went on this like camping trip.
We stole a boat.
And we were like setting the tents up, and like ours was like really close to her parents' tent, and she was like, I'm gonna ask him if we can like change our tent. And I was like, I'm not fucking you in a tent. We don't need to change it. Like,
why not?
It's too hot. It was hot as shit.
It's hot.
It was hot as shit, and there's like, you're just fucking on the ground. Like,
do you know Dave Hanna?
No.
He's
Is he from Hanna-Barbera?
The Chattanooga comedian who created Yogi Bear. No, he and Ryan's girlfriend and another friend of ours and their girlfriend all went camping once. Or no, it was Dave and I, and then Ryan and his girlfriend, and their other friend he would sleep in his hatchback car.
Yeah.
So we all went camping. So they're like, oh, Dave and Dan will share this tent.
Yeah.
And then Dave apparently in his sleep just rolls over and like cuddles Like humps.
Apparently.
That's then all night I'm just pushing this guy off me this time.
It's like a dog.
And it's also odd because like we can hear Ryan and his girlfriend having sex.
Yeah.
And then Dave is just like it's one thing because you're like, oh, that's funny. I like the sounds of sex.
Yeah.
And it's also funny. It's like, oh, this guy keeps sleep hugging me. But it's like all of this combined is unsettling.
Did you think about just giving in?
No.
Because he'd come in his pants probably eventually, and
At
then
one point I swapped sides. Because I was like, maybe it's like a hill thing.
no, you
Maybe
know
he's
it
rolling
wasn't
down
that.
a hill that I'm
You know
unaware
it wasn't
of.
that.
It wasn't.
But anyways, yeah. So she still went
It's always
at.
wild to wake up in the morning and the tent has collapsed, yet you look next to you and someone has pitched one.
Let me sleep in them pants.
What is that, a tent inside a tent? What's going on here?
This is MC Escher.
Yeah.
This is like,
Who is this, like a White Stripes music video?
Yeah.
Can you keep going in on itself?
I got a tintus on.
My friend has an erection in the woods.
I don't know why he tried to fuck me. It was like VR porn with the sex sounds in the background,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, one time our mutual friend who I used to live with was having sex next to through the room, and I was laughing. I was too high and I was laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's what's going on. I'll put on headphones, can be polite.
Yeah.
And then I was just laughing too hard, and I couldn't concentrate on what I was trying to watch. I was like, this is funny.
It is funny.
The Sounds of Love.
The Sounds of Love. A
I
3-box
think that
set.
couple, that's like what the right is afraid of.
What is the
Double
right afraid of?
transition couple.
Oh
what I
boy,
mean?
you're right.
Yeah.
Well, there were a lot of reasons to laugh at that. Just the idea of having sex isn't funny, but that particular duo was very
That
funny.
duo was quite funny. And then
See, I'm laughing.
we should try to convince them to hook up again.
Yeah, now that they're both different genders,
Yeah, a complete swap.
you got to do it again.
Yeah. It's the ultimate sequel.
Are they sticking with that?
I don't know.
You know which one I mean, not the one who's obviously sticking with it, but
Sticking with that. You still doing your little trans thing, honey? What? The neighbors were asking. I just wondered. Don't get so mad at me.
so you still doing this
Still
thing?
doing your little trans thing. No, as far as I know, yeah, that is their. It's hard to tell. This is gonna sound silly, but it's hard to tell now because I don't think Facebook and Instagram let you instantly switch your name. So I think that most people transition. You're like, I don't know if they're serious about this.
Yeah.
And a month later, it's like, oh, finally, Meta has approved this person's life choice. It's just a month where you're like, oh, Bradley's been
Wearing a lot of dresses.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
I guess that's
All
something.
right. Hey, it's Bradley's a her.
Huh?
And then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have been saying Bradley for that. I'm as bad as Meta.
I'm just as bad as
I'm
Meta.
as bad as Meta Corporate.
Just call me Mark Zuckerberg.
It is kind of funny because all those people were just like on old Facebook were like, hey, I made my name Shit Dicks McGee. And then Facebook was like, hey, you guys got to stop using these fake names. And people are like, come on, just let me, I'll space it out so it's Shiat Dicks McGee. No, it's my real name.
That's my
And then
real
Facebook's
name,
Like, all
dude.
right, no real names. And then trans people are like, oh, thanks Shit Dicks McGee.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
I was trying to prove to my aunt that I'm still doing my little
Yeah,
thing.
thanks, Jim James Jatagory. You and your silly fake name made it so my employer doesn't believe me. Thinks I'm trying to like double scam the system somehow.
I didn't even ask for a raise or nothing. It just said, call me Shit Dicks McGee from now on. Don't dead name me.
You're still doing your little thing. Supportive mom.
Well, hold on.
Those are growing and nice.
My
No, that's the mom talking.
oh, it's like my leg hair. Oh, well, look at you. Give it natural.
You're natural.
You're gonna make an excellent woman.
No, that is. I think that
Sir, you make an excellent woman.
I'm just so proud of my little boy.
His tits look great.
His tits look great.
He's got a big bouncy ass.
Yeah, there must
And a
be moms
beautiful,
like that.
beautiful fiance.
Yeah, there must be moms like that.
Oh yeah, supportive, but they just don't know the vocab.
Oh, they have no idea what's going on, but
Yeah.
they're so supportive.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
Should I become trans?
Is that what I need to do?
Mom, that's not how it works.
I already got the short hair.
They would have the short hair.
I've already got the short hair. I've always been flat as a board.
All right. It's going from you identify as a male, yet you have long hair.
Yeah.
That voluptuous chest.
And big fucking juicy tits.
Sweet tits.
Sweet tits.
I was just talking to this girl at the bus stop. I recognize her from
Tit class.
from horny.
I recognize her from being horny before.
Excuse me, man. Do I know you from sex?
Do I know you from being horny?
No, the other thing on my hand is my shirt. Well, it's
Yeah.
on my body. Now it's on my hand. No, it's a comedian's shirt.
Hey, we don't give
Doesn't
out
it look
free
cool?
plugs, man.
No, we're not going to name him. Doesn't the shirt look cool?
It's a Family Guy design.
Can
and,
you tell it's a shirt that I got for free against my will?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not wearing pants.
No, he doesn't have pants on. He got a dog.
The dog is.
a bong with smoke coming out of
So
it.
that guy didn't clear the bong,
Yeah, so
which
it's
is like party
lightweight,
foul.
Yeah. Imagine you hit a bong, there's smoke still coming out, and you pick up a game controller.
Yeah, it's like that's gonna
How
all that's
addicted
gonna
you are to
evaporate.
games, man.
Yeah, right.
You need to clear that fucking bong.
You gotta clear the fucking bong, you
You've heard
fucking
it.
moron.
You fucking addict.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Dumb video game addict. Clear the fucking bong. No, he's got a dog that's also playing video games, giving him a weird
Is it supposed to look like Family Guy, or is that just kind of
I think so.
like a vague style?
How
that,
funny would it be if it wasn't supposed to look like Family Guy? And then he's like, my friend's an artist. He's going to draw it for me. And then that friend just put in like, makemefamilyguy.com. Family Guy art.
All right,
Let's be honest. It's southparkart.com.
because that guy, the dog
Family
does
Guy.
look like the dog, whatever his name, Brian.
Doggy Griffin.
Yeah, Brian. And that guy looks like Joe if you kind of fucked him around a little bit on like a Family Guy creator
Oh
thing.
yeah, Joe.
He's got the same like
Joe
head
doesn't
shape
have
as Joe.
legs that work. This guy doesn't have pants on.
He's really,
So in a way, it is probably the same cell.
yeah, same thing.
Joe can't be made not with his legs like this.
Yeah, exactly.
No, his shirt is this always happens. I'll be selling shirts and somebody will be like, "Well, can I get a shirt?" And I'm like, "Sure. What size you want?" And then I'll go through the trouble of finding it and be like, "You want this color or this one?" And they're like, "This one." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I have it in my car." And they go, "Yeah, go get it." And I go, "Okay, here's the shirt." And then they go, "I'll trade you one of mine."
No.
And then I go, "What? I didn't even know you did comedy. I didn't even know you did shirts. I didn't even know you had a shirt." Yeah,
He's
it's like,
ripping
what the
his
fuck?
own
Yeah.
shirt off. He's like, "What about this one? You like it?"
Yeah, well, I would like that better.
That would be fun.
I would do that. I would give someone a free shirt if they gave me a shirt.
Just Is it a cool shirt, or is it just like
No,
a
it has
wife
to be a
beater?
cool shirt.
What if it's like a wife beater with a bong on it,
Ooh, yeah.
spray painted, homemade,
Yeah.
and on the back it has like jersey number 420,
Ooh. Yeah.
and then the name on it, Smoke Master.
Are the letters horizontal or vertical?
I'm thinking like this.
Diagonal.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Makes
Yeah.
me think of Crondo.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which. All right, calm down. There's a guy biking by shirtless. He doesn't need to know what we're up to. We should put a little sign in the window that says, like, now recording.
Live mics.
Listen live at 98 point fuck you. We're aggressive for some reason.
Listen live at 97.1 Art FM. If you don't like art, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that is true. We are right by an actual studio.
Yeah, we should do it over there. I think we talked about that once.
I was about to say, I know that we've had. Oh, it's funny you said that. Yeah, we have talked about doing the show at Art FM. We've also talked about having sex on the radio before.
Yeah.
I know that because I cut that clip and it's just on my desktop and I've never done anything with it. But whenever I need to go look for files, it's one of the top ones is X, because of how I thought label stuff is X, having sex while DJing. .mp3.
.mp3. Well, it's not WAV now, so that is an old clip.
Well, no, that's a clip. Cut it.
Cut it.
Cut it.
And cut.
You ever go to the top of that skyscraper over there?
I've never been on the top. It's not a skyscraper. I've never been on the top. I have been in there, though.
What'd you do in there? It's a yuppie hotel? No, yuppie apartment. A little pizza delivery.
Let's say that.
Little sausage pizza delivery. Hamburgers for little sausage pizza. How do you think there's like a women's site and it's medium pepperoni pizza? It's just a lady like laying down with a pizza box over her body, and they lift the lid and it cuts so her nipples are like 2 pepperonis on the pizza. But the effect has to have her fully laying down with the pizza box on top of her. He's like, I got that pizza you ordered. He said you wanted some spicy pepperonis. And they lift the lid and she's like, oh my God.
A pizza?
And then the start of that porno is her licking the nipple through the box. There's like 6 minutes of just through the box nipple licking.
Yeah, a lot of foreplay in this porno.
You're like, yeah, I guess when you switch the genders, you really see that it is kind of like blowjobs are kind of one-sided.
They are. Very, very.
It's an 1.5-hour nipple video. Nipple lickers, 8.
Oh.
And it's just that.
I've been working on a new character.
What?
He hosts a trivia show. Like,
just you in a disguise getting jobs around town on the trivia. His name's Brad Gumbel. And he works at Magbar on Tuesdays and Hideaway Lounge Thursdays.
Here, I had some questions lined up.
Oh, yeah, I do love trivia. We should do trivia on the show.
If that's what we're about to do.
Yeah. I used to be an ace of trivia, and then the world got too big.
All right. The country of Cyprus was founded in what year?
Oh, I have no idea.
Me neither, man. That's why I'm asking.
This is your bit.
What the fuck did you think I would be asking you?
This is your bit. I didn't know it was a country. Cypriot.
The founder of the creator of Dungeons and Dragons was named what?
Gary Gygax.
I've been wondering about that for a long time.
Is that right? Will you Google that?
No, that's his real name. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted one that I actually
can never
knew.
remember if that's him or if he created Atari.
Oh, Atari.
Atari's Nolan Bushnell, I think.
That one I don't know.
I told you I'm the king of trivia. Ask me anything.
No, I ran out of
Ask
questions.
Me how much it cost to get someone to shave you in the 90s at a music festival. My girlfriend and I listened to one of those about Radiohead. And that podcast, it's a podcast with explained bands.
What interesting thing is there really to say about Radiohead?
That's
it's
why
just like,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they
about
used
them.
computers.
Exactly. That's my thing. Is I'm like, I listen to episodes of this podcast where I'm like, who gives a fuck about REM?
Yeah.
And then I listen to a 3-hour podcast and I go, oh, 2 of those songs are pretty good, but also, I get it. They were just the only indie band anyone knew for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then as soon as people knew other shit, they moved on.
They decided to put out Monster and fuck their whole thing
How'd you know that?
Because that album is awful.
How'd you know enough to know that? What?
Listen, I'm a huge REM fan. Okay?
That was right. Your joke was correct.
It wasn't a joke. I did know that.
If you ask me this a week later, I won't know. I won't even know they have an album called Monster. And by then, I'll be like, you know who's really interesting? Counting Crows.
Well, I remember my dad had that album for some reason.
Monster.
Like, or, I mean, it was a CD, obviously, but... And I listened to it.
And you were scared of it for a while.
I was like, ooh, monsters.
You'd see the title and you go, ah!
But I listened to it, and I was like, this is just dog shit. And that just, like, stuck in my mind. So every time, like, when I got older and, you know, talking about music with people all the time, they're like, yeah, REM. And I'm just like, they fucking suck.
What's the frequency, Kenneth? I think that's on Monster. No.
Yeah, and then I found out that that album basically ruined their career at some point in my life.
Yeah. It ruined their career at some point in their life, too.
At some point in my life. That's the important part.
Man, 90s bands are funny because it's like, this is the album that tanked their career. It sold 13 million albums. It debuted at number 2.
And that was it for them.
And they had 5 #1 smash singles.
They all still live comfortably off their royalties.
Yeah. The type of songs that could be your only songs and you'd be fine. What's the frequency, Kenneth? No, I think what happened with REM is they were putting out all these indie albums early, and then people would be like, oh, I don't know what this sounds like, but I heard underground music's a thing. And they buy it and they go, this one sucks. They go, oh, there's another one.
Soundgarden.
No, they just keep buying REM albums.
Oh, okay.
REM's like, if we put out 12, people will keep buying.
They'll just keep buying. Look at the presidents of the United States of America.
They came later. I saw them live once, and they almost broke the venue.
What do you mean?
This is silly. It was at the Grog Shop, which is a place where like a lot of bands play. It's like a real venue.
It's Cleveland, right?
Cleveland, yeah. And I had seen several shows there that were like cool, like nothing that it was like, oh, packed. This is the hot band of the moment.
Yeah.
But I was seeing plenty of bands. Like Presidents of the United States of America were not a bigger band than I'd seen there.
Yeah.
And they're playing, and they're going, we haven't been here for like 13 years. And everyone's like, woo! And then they're going, we're going to play this song. And then they play Cleveland Rocks, the theme song of the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah.
And everyone's jumping up and down, going nuts. And I felt the venue floor shake. And then one of the people like who worked at the venue was like, we all got to calm down. We're going to break the floor. And I just remember thinking like, man, that's funny.
It would be funny if the presidents broke the Grog Shop's floor.
And it's like, oh, they've had actual big bands there, and like hardcore bands where they probably sold out hardcore shows.
Yeah.
And the Presidents of the United States of America at like 50% capacity.
Were the hardcore bands playing Cleveland Rocks?
No.
In Cleveland?
For the first time in over 13 years. For the first time.
Is that their? That's not their song though.
It's them covering Ian Hunter from Mott the Hoople.
Is their version the one on the
their
show?
Their version is the Drew Carey Show.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
those guys are doing fine.
Oh,
That's still in syndication,
and
right? In Brazil.
Okay. They use Moon Over Parma in the new ones. Do you even know about Moon Over Parma?
No.
The first season of Drew Carey Show, they used this polka song with Drew himself singing.
Nice.
But it's this polka song called Moon Over Parma, which Parma is just like a shitty, not notable suburb of Cleveland.
Okay.
And the song just names Cleveland. It's like, we'll go bowling in Solon. Like that. Like...
Gross.
Like that type of bullshit. She looks like a pepper shaker in Shaker Height. I think that's a Hold Steady lyric. But it's just that shit. And then the second season, they're like, no one knows what the fuck any of this shit is.
Look at the rack.
Rocks.
Look at the rack in Akron.
Exactly. Her name's she's a skeeva in Geneva. Look up the lyrics. Let's end on singing. I doubt he mentions Garfield Heights. I would know it if I would
fucking
I would know all of the words if he mentioned Garfield Heights. I would have a tattoo of it on my forearm.
I don't care about your new privacy settings.
Drew Carey's he's a hero of mine.
Because he's from Cleveland, or because he's
a bad comedian.
He's a
bad comedian who's made it.
Song by Drew Carey.
Oh, it's just by Drew Carey.
Yeah.
So it's not even a cover. Oh my goodness.
Long version. Lyrics. What a cast they had.
Yeah, Drew, Ryan Stiles, I think.
Moon over Parma, bring my love to me tonight. Guide her to East Lake underneath your silvery light. We met at Ashtabula. She was doing the hula. I landed her in my radishes and plunged my life that
Those
night.
Places. Radishes is not.
I landed her in my radishes. I don't even know what that means.
Radishes isn't like a neighborhood. Oh, I live over in East Radish.
That's very
Yeah,
strange.
it's not like a place.
Moon over Parma, won't you bring my love to me?
I love how off you are. You have no idea what the melody is.
Get her past those radar mounties. Bring her to Lake County.
Yeah!
Moon over Parma tonight.
Lake County.
Moon over Parma, shine on I-271.
What? He name drops 271.
We can get together in the warm light of the sun.
That's not a place. The sun is everywhere.
Get her
dude.
safely past Lindale. I can't
Lindale.
go to Parma because my Edsel will not run.
That part doesn't really rhyme. I'm not positive where Lindale is, and then the Edsel line really is.
That's
quite
just
a
like
throw off.
they're like in between takes and they didn't realize they're like,
And my Edsel will not run.
and they're like, do you want to record the video in Parma, Drew, you think maybe? And he's like, I can't go to Parma because my Edsel will not run.
My Edsel will not run.
Anyways, back to it. Moon over Parma. And they just kept that in.
Yeah.
Moon over Parma, where those pink flamingos stand.
Yikes.
I need her kisses and the soft touch of her hand. We're going bowling, so don't lose her in Solin.
That's the only
Moon
line I
over
know.
Parma tonight.
We're going bowling.
In Solin.
Hey,
I'm gonna-
Afro Man could do Ohio, and he could do like, I was in her colon.
In Solin. I was in Parma. Gave her
I
my.
blew all over Parma. Yo, I got a DM Afro.
I gotta get up in Afro's DMs.
I gotta get up in his guts.
Gotta get up in
you.
ew.
Right?
Ew.
Am I using that phrase right?
I think you are.
Afro Man, can I get up in those guts?
Afro Man, come on, man. Let's collab. Let me get in them guts.
Let me get in them guts.
We gotta collab, bro. Let me get in them guts.
You're getting someone's guts.
I try not to, man.
You're,
It's-
like, you're having sex and you're also like, whoa,
I'm in the guts.
something broke. Yikes.
Oh.
I'm feeling a turkey sandwich.
It's like you just want to eat one,
No,
or
like
you
the-
feel physically like a turkey
The
sandwich?
gal, or fella, ate a turkey sandwich,
And put it in there?
and then you busted.
Oh, you're up in the
you're
guts.
them
Yeah.
guts.
Yeah. You can feel the
And they're like, what the
mayo.
fuck is that? Bread, mayo?
Is that fucking Miracle Whip?
Miracle Whip? What the- you pull out, and then in your dick is a toothpick with cellophane on the end.
Ah!
Talk about a dick pic. All right, so that's
And that's the show.